I swear to God he said 7. Although he does military time sometimes. But if that's 2 safeties high, 2 turnovers equals 4, which equals the amount of losses times the exponent is the common denominator. Shut up, dude. Could be. Hey, bud. But that doesn't make sense because how things been going, buddy? What you been up to?
Pretty good, man. I thought I had it all the way full, but it's not.
No. Don't worry. That was from a gift card.
You ready to go? We rolling or?
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. No, let's I'm good. I'm totally good.
Cool. All right. Hey everybody, we are live from Stadium Drive once again. I am Matty Day.
I am Tommy Burns, and I am still trying to figure out exactly what happened with that.
Yeah, Mike, dude, we gotta start over.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm just.
That's all right, man.
A bunch of different places. I'm ready.
Incoming. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Are you kidding me? Did you see that? That was... What the fuck? Come on, man!
Like,
Go
are you...
play!
Pour some leftover gravy on the wounds, Packers fans, because we're licking them tonight. Here on Live from Stadium Drive, I am Matty Day.
I am Tommy Burns, and I am stuffed and feeling like I'm dressing with Pepper Burris. That's another thing I talked to you about. Little clue, look into the surnames of the defense. Many of them are first names. Continue.
Ooh. Odd.
Mike Neal, Jaron Elliott, Demarius Randall,
Dang. Clinton.
Dix.
Dick.
There's a ton of them. You almost have a starting 11 with the last names as first names of the defense. You can almost have a starting 11 with those guys.
Shit.
And the two that are iffy are Matthews and Daniels. Do you want to call...
But still. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang,
Oh, and there's
man.
more. There's more. Joe Thomas.
Sam Barrington. I knew a Barrington.
Did you?
Yeah, went by Barry.
Was it a bear?
No.
Did you know Barrington?
Yeah.
The one thing I want to bring up, I said Micah Hyde because Hyde in that 70s show, but I get the feeling that Hyde was his last name. So,
Okay.
really
They all
coming
called
full
him Hyde.
circle here.
Dang, man. That's some.
But no, look at the roster. It's pretty. There's more that we haven't named. I mean, there's
That's some deep work, man. Did you have a you only meeting to?
it was
figure that out?
It was actually a kind of a Burns Brothers kind of observation.
A Burns Brothers only meeting. Did it happen or
Yes.
didn't it? Should it have? All this and more on Live from Stadium Drive.
Are we rolling? Wow.
Shit. Hi guys. Did you go to the game, Tom?
I had the pleasure and extreme. Wow. Yes. You?
You spoken like someone who probably sat inside, right?
I did. Long story short, I ended up sitting inside, which is always a different experience. Let's be real. It was in the club seat, so it's not box.
Not box.
It's where
They're legit.
people. It's rows of seating, but it is detached. You hear it, but you feel it. But it's just like it's like wearing a rubber.
Man. Inside, drier than your mama's turkey.
Just saying.
I'm fucking outside, out in the upper south end zone, getting poured on, man. That was the coldest I've ever been in a Packers game. I've been to NFC Championship 07, that was below zero, but this was wet cold.
It
didn't matter how you dressed.
It was
man.
it was really warm and dry. I wish they had like a humidifier inside or something. Like it was a little bit uncomfortable just because like you had that dry cough. You know what I mean? Did you get that at all, or did you?
God. Vic Ketchman, they asked him how he did at the game, and he's like, it was a little stuffy up in the press box. I had to loosen my collar a little bit. Zing. Anyway, the game.
Thanks, Vic.
The game was. It was. I wanted to be there so bad. It was only the second one I'd been to this year. I just had it marked. I was saving my scratch to make it happen. And it was I wouldn't trade it for a thing because of halftime, man. Halftime was truly fucking special.
Yeah.
And
so many moons came together.
Dude, that was the loudest I've ever heard Lambeau Field. And in a game where people were kind of ragging on Packers fans after the fact, saying it didn't seem like they were too loud. Man, fucking, it was so damp and cold. Like, we were begging for it to turn into snow. Like, nope.
Yep.
Just rain. I don't think I've ever been to a game like that where it rained the entire time before, man.
And freezing rain just on the cusp, because it almost looked like it was turning to maybe even sleep, but it was driving. Quick question, because I remember it, did you catch a helicopter that was in the air?
Just chilling, yeah.
Did you ever hear anything about that? My brother caught that and it was just chilling.
I don't know, they get that shot from TV sometimes.
They got the spider cam.
the Goodyear blimp.
Yeah. But I kind of want to give one shout out to Sherry Star, because like throughout reading the articles and everything, like Bart, you got a good one. Bart, you're a great American. Sherry Star, behind every strong man, there's a good woman, and Sherry Star is pretty legit. She's kind of been, I don't know. Shout out to Sherry Star.
Word, Sherry to Sherry.
Yeah.
I love you, Kat. So it was, man, like I said, it was a roar. It was amazing when Brett took the field. It was double amazing when Bart came out. It made the whole experience worth it. I'm not complaining about having gone to the game. It was a real privilege to have gone to the game. But that was in the stadium. You were privileged to a little bit of a.
This is on YouTube, and I'll post a link in kind of the play-by-play a little bit more. But that we were inside. Okay, whatever happened. At a certain time, Angry Lank, our correspondent, Cousin Ross, and Alyssa went and bathroom and get food or whatever. They come out. So does everyone think
they?
Angry Lank, Ross, and
okay.
Alyssa.
Okay.
And an entourage comes, and it's Brett Favre at the end of the first quarter going from his upstairs place to his downstairs place, and it's following him completely, this video on his way with a bunch of that's Brett Favre, and Lank using his extreme good reach to get video, and Brett inquiring about them chili dogs or whatever that is.
Oh my god.
So the video is posted, we will put a link on it, but it was the most serendipitous happening that why are they even leading him through a public tunnel? Because they have mezzanine levels that you can go down and walk across. But Brett was just gray shirt, gray hat. Hey, dick pics, cock shots.
Gray pubes.
Just, yeah. Talking about pubes the whole time. And it's pretty incredible to watch. So, Angry Lank with the footage.
Sweet, man. I haven't even gotten to see that yet. Man,
so those were the highlights.
Well, what I did, my Brett Favre footage that I did see from did you watch the press conference after?
No, I didn't catch the full
Packers.com, good old Brett Favre up there in front of the Associated Bank
back in the
again.
zone.
It was really like it was cool. But the one thing that was pretty funny, Jason Wilde asked Brett if he suggested, because Brett was the one to suggest that Bart be there for the ceremony, and Jason Wilde asked Brett Favre, so when you suggested that, was that something you had thought out, or did you just kind of blurt it out on the spot? Was it something you thought out, premeditated? And Brett goes, yeah, sort of. And he also says awesome at least 4 times.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's awesome. I had
What do we say we put it on Bridge of the Water and get old Chili and Derek over there? Get everybody.
The whole gang. Man, it was a special day. And some pussy is the
Hey, we love him. Come on, Cecil. We used to sing this song in college.
Yeah. He's never left college, man.
No.
Fucking awesome. It was a special day. It was super cool that it came together, and bittersweet as it was probably Bart
Turned
Starr's
into something different.
Last time at Lambeau, and the 2015 version of the Green Bay Packers did all they could do to spoil the fucking party. Man, what the hell? What the hell?
It's been a zippin' pippin' year.
Shit, yeah, man. Up and down on the zippin' pippin'.
Fast start. How do you like the fast start?
Fast start? Hey, we got that fast start. Heck yeah. Mission accomplished. Banner. Yeah, but nowadays, man, where in the fuck is this team's head at, man? And, you know, most people's case, most people are bitching about the passing game right now, understandably, because that was the fucking engine that made the fucking thing go.
For years.
That was your Keith Richards and Charlie Watts, man. Fucking.
And then
now it's
from one player, or is it who's catching who? I mean, who's the scapegoat? Is there a scapegoat?
Oh, you know, the people seem to really think it's all Davante Adams' fault, and I want to talk about Davante Adams. I want to fucking address the hate, man, the fucking hate. Davante Adams. Why throw to Davante Adams? Why would you fucking throw to Davante Adams, dude? Did you watch the Packers last year? Did you watch the fucking Patriots game last year?
Yep.
Did you watch the fucking Cowboys playoff game last year? Dude is a fucking talent. Is that a small sample size? Yes. Wanna know why? He's in his 2nd fucking year. And he hasn't even played a full fucking year. Dude was out for a while. He was vaulted from a number 4 receiver last year up to a number 2 receiver this year. That's a big fucking jump that kid may not have been ready for. And man, you know, maybe I fucking catch myself sometimes.
I was a small sample size.
Jeez. You know, maybe it's
catch yourself what?
So like I was a big J-Mike apologist. Like I was defending, and I still defend Jermichael Finley. And before that, man, people fucking hated James Jones for dropping footballs. Like,
yes, they did.
It fucking happens. As a dude who sat, and mind you, these people who I know who are bitching about this performance in this last game, which was not good. I'm not trying to say he played well. Crucial catch to set up the 1st and goal from the 8 at the end of the fucking game. But that was a fucking freezing cold game, man. If you're out there with bare hands, I know these guys get paid to do this and all that,
but you brought an interesting thing about touches. I mean, freezing cold and not being an apologist, but I mean, you look at Davante and his missed opportunities and drops, no matter what the circumstances. Is he the only one?
Fuck no, he's not the only one. To redirect your criticism, folks, if you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at 18. Randall Cobb, big old contract, number 1 receiver. Dude's been in the league for 4 years now. 5th year now? Fuck it, dude. A while. Acclimated. Trained. Fuck.
Understood
Randall.
the offense.
I'm so disappointed, Randall. So disappointed in you, Randall.
It is. I mean, Jones, Cobb, Adams, little bit of Rodgers, screens to Starks. As far as passing the ball, you feel decent about that. And who should be your Linus? Is that Linus a security blanket?
Yeah, who's your Linus?
Who is your Linus?
Who's Linus it anyway?
You could say, oh, it should be Jones, but really it should be Randall Cobb.
It should be, man.
And Randall Cobb is not Linusing it up.
No. Nope.
Perhaps we need to do a realignment and think about right Linus Mines and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Linusmans. Sorry. But it is. But there is an answer.
There's an answer?
There is an answer to all of this. Besides,
Is it Aaron's fault? You remember when we were comparing Aaron Rodgers to Michael Jordan like a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, I don't know. It's a total apples and oranges thing, but it was fun to do at the time, and now it makes me feel kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But
But
I think
besides-
it's still more on the receivers than Aaron.
So you look at that group of receivers, and they have brought in free agents. There's been another who have brought in this guy that was with Buffalo, or what is it?
Yeah, but that's going to be more. That's
Which-
more because of Ty Montgomery's lack of healing.
Ankle sprain. I know.
Feel
Believe
the
me, I want to
tap.
see him, but like, it's not a push.
Make it a better time.
And I remember at a time saying we have all the guys that we need, and then you bring in other guys to play. But we do have all the guys that we need. You need to bench Cobb, bench Adams, bench Jones, and your number one receiver is great movie, The Great White Hype.
Damn.
I mean,
Have you been
he
on,
just looks like I can trust him.
I got accepted for some Packer slang at packerslang.com. Jeff Jesus, because he's saving the season, baby.
Yes.
Totally.
Grow that hair out.
Man.
Overturn some tables at the temple.
Or does Perillo already have the kind of
Dirty hippie. You
Dirty.
never trust any. Dirty.
greasy?
Really greasy. What is it? Jeff Jesus.
Man, it's fucked up. I'm like, I would have never thought I would be pining for Andrew Corliss in my life. I pine for you, Andrew.
Which reminds you do look like I thought maybe you're like a Bubba Franks and we just get there in the red zone, but you look like a fucking doofus out there.
Pretty.
Like you just look a little clumsy and you look a little unsure. Like
Yeah.
push, big boy, push.
We've been tough on.
Jeff Janis, push. You related a Vine on Jeff Janis where it's just like, hey, you're the more athletic Jordy Nelson.
Oh, dude, yeah.
What do you expect them to do? And what did you see?
The film don't lie. Aaron Nagler put together a Vine on Twitter of Janice just going out for a half-ass route and then doing a fraction of an ass job blocking for Randall Cobb. And that shit's that's a combination, a sorry combination of lack of talent and lack of focus. And it might just be one play, but you don't suddenly just do that. I mean, like, man.
Which brings back the point to preparation. And where this team is and where the focus is and what are we hearing a lot of? What is finally coming to fruition, which we talked about? What is being called out? What is a little bit different this year? What has been a new system this year on the offense calling the
The
shots?
symptoms. You got to compare. What has changed?
And the Tom Clemens thing.
Do you really, really think so, though?
I'm not. Because I think it is one and the same, and I think Rodgers has a lot of trouble. The one thing I'm looking at, though, is just as we heard defensive players and special teams players saying, "Oh, well, we've seen a lot more of Mike. I'm kind of worried when I see him in the hallway. I kind of look around, kind of like the old Belichick thing." But
Jeez.
where are those film studies, and where is that criticism, and where is that accountability being lost? If he spent all his time on offensive meetings, and now he's spending his time more in defensive and special teams meetings, where is that being subtracted from offensive meetings? And where are we having struggles, offensive meetings? And who is telling those guys that you took one too many steps and you need to come back and run that route more precise? Because as Roger said, I think he's going to be here and he's going to be there, or I thought it was going to be on this, and it was on that. And you talk about, like, button up, like sewing up, like walking around like, oh shit, and I don't want to see that. Like, I better get this pop quiz right. That is all I'm saying. Clemens can call plays. That is just fine. Play by play when you're in the heat of battle will take care of itself. But who are they, oh shit, looking over their shoulder for when he's in the defensive meeting? Clemens calls plays. McCarthy spends all his time still in defensive or offensive meetings. That's my only caveat. I'm done. Sorry.
Well,
No, I'm not done. But seriously,
you aren't fucking done. Not by a long shot. So, Thomas, expound. What do they need to do?
What do they need to do? What is the smoke? What is the fire as far as running imprecise routes, dropping balls, miscommunication that you hear? I've seen a couple times of what miscommunication. What needs to change in that? We talked about
as many stone colds as I can here.
Oh, give me a hell yeah! Oh. We talked about trust drills. I think it needs to go deeper than that. I think we need to talk about a team retreat, perhaps just an offensive retreat. Perhaps just give them some basic supplies, kind of a Les Miles thing. Build a fire, build a shelter, come together, and just spend some quality time, because it's been talked about. How are you spending your time? What are you doing on the field? What are you doing off the field? Where is all that going? I mean, they talked about it.
Well, yeah, that fucking story came out about how they're playing so many fucking video games.
In their defense, because there is a lot of stuff going on coming at you fast and things, but 3 things to remember: new Halo, new Call of Duty, and new Fallout. So if you want to be real, if you want to talk about it like as it exists, you need to weigh the balance and look at Detroit Lions, Galactic Warfare.
So, in Packers news this week, one Julius Peppers, who had previously never missed a single...
Julius, please.
One Julius Peppers, who had previously never missed a single Packers practice, was held out of practice by the coaches.
Coaches' orders.
Man.
Coaches' orders.
Held him out. Held him back. Like Genesis held back Phil Collins.
It's true.
But he's an older man. He's getting on, and dude...
I can't dance. I can't sing. Only thing about me is the way I walk.
So, he had a short week. That's a 4-day turnaround for a dude, and we're just about done with the third quarter of the season here, as Mike McCarthy would say. So, understandable, man. Mike McCarthy hates this Thursday to Thursday business.
Oh yes, if we never had to play another Thursday to Thursday game in 10 years, I'd be just fine with that.
So hopefully this
paraphrase.
Nice paraphrase. Teeth clicks notwithstanding, but
Sezen.
So the idea, presumably, is Julius was pretty.
He's got a lot of miles on the tires.
He was pretty well invisible in the game against Chicago, his former team. Man, go figure.
Is it Julius on the defense and Ty Montgomery on the offense that have been some of the missing factors since the loss? I'm just saying. Think about that. I'll give you a topic. Talk amongst yourselves.
Lion duck.
Yes.
You talk.
But it's a thing. So yes, they gave him
a little Veterans Day.
Yes.
So,
but
there's
a team that you need to stop the run with? The Lions. Or is it a? Because you talk about stop the run first.
We're talking about the Lions now, are we? All right.
You're talking about time off. But is it a team where you need to focus time on, or is it a Rattle Stafford? And if it's a Rattle
we need
Stafford,
him all up in Stafford's face, man. He threw 5 tutties against the Eagles, which, by the way...
Feeling good, aren't you, Matty?
Fuck the Eagles, man. Fuck the Eagles.
Chip Kelly...
He's either a mad scientist, genius, or a moron, and...
The Chip Kelly project was not a great album. It didn't really. I mean, I just didn't feel like they were kind of like a hell of a time, and just the pieces didn't come together, and it was just, I don't know, like it sounded
poor
disjointed.
Production.
Yeah, I wasn't, I just didn't feel it.
Kicked off all the good musicians.
Yeah. I mean, the Andy Reid years were, the early years were, so much better and everything, and then, they lost their bass player, and
Totally.
Yeah.
Man, so.
Cullen Jennings.
Fuck Philly.
Fuck him.
God, that's funny. What a shit division that NFC East is.
Fuck him. That was a nice ramble job.
So, we need to get pressure on Stafford. They've been playing considerably better since their bye week. They've won 3 in a row.
I'm not
since we got Jim Bob Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter.
I'm not sweating the D, man. Like, do enough. Like, again, my thing going back to this last game, Bears Thanksgiving, we should have had 20 points by halftime. Why didn't we have 20 points by halftime? What was going on? And the Cuddy drop pick, yeah, it would have been nice to keep that going because we're not going to get into JJ. But no excuse for not just putting up those points. I mean, you had silence. Yes, the weather was a little rough, but
the tiny ship was tossed.
Legend lives on from the Chippewa down at the big lake they call Ketchagumi.
Couple weeks we play Larry Fitzgerald.
As the water came in, McCarthy said it's sin, and he didn't know that Clemens came and grabbed him. As Teddy looked, you didn't know it was raw, and it came down and made it all from If you do want to kind of shed a tear, people often ask what is the saddest movie and the saddest song I've ever heard is The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot.
G. Gordon Liddy. Well,
I think we're on track,
I
right?
think we're right on track.
Oh, yeah.
This is going well. So, while the Packers' season hangs in the balance, and it hangs in the fucking balance, right, Shaw? Man, this isn't Detroit, man, except it is Detroit, man. We've got a huge game, and there ain't gonna be no weather excuses or whatever. I mean, if people really want to hate Davante Adams, like, this is gonna be their true exhibit A, in my opinion. Like, we need production in the passing game. There's no cold, there's no rain.
It's a track meet now. It's a combine thing
And
now.
Aaron gets to put on his favorite shoes, as they say. So we're gonna be inside this tomorrow. Man, we got a short turnaround here, but in that regard, we had to do this. Last time we filmed, Packers turned around and beat the Vikings. The Vikings, who were playing at home and in the midst of a lengthy win streak, not unlike
Zippin' Pippin'. That's all I'm saying. I hope not.
I'll take it, man.
And I do. I feel the inclination. I'm just saying, God damn, level out the ship.
It starts now, man. I mean,
With
so
a
now
load
we've
of
got-
iron ore, 26,000 pounds more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah.
The Detroit Lions are on a 3-game winning streak. The Packers are playing at their hostile stadium. Man, this is fucking time, dude. And you know what? It comes back to fucking Big Mac. Mike McCarthy, first fucking press conference. So where Lovey Smith had the "our goal is to beat the Green Bay Packers" moment. Mike's first presser moment was, the toughest thing we're gonna have to do is handle success around these parts. And they've sucked at it this year, man. They were the fucking odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl, and it went to their little fucking heads. And it even went to their fucking heads after they beat Minnesota. I think they started to think, oh, we got the ship righted.
Anointed.
But they felt like the Edmund Fitzgerald. And
when water's coming in, he said, power's coming in. He said, fellas, it's been good to know ya.
this is where they actually do it, though. Like, I think they took themselves for granted. I'm pulling it out of the ether here, man.
It is. But it's science, man.
It is, man. It's a game of momentum, and this week is where the momentum starts to swing back. It has to, doesn't it, man? It just fucking has to. This team is too good to be playing this shitty, and it fucking starts. The run starts tomorrow.
Yep.
Today, for those of you watching this and not here in the present, which will be the past.
And we'll be the salt in the wounds and just
the earth.
Just rub it in. Rub
Yes.
things. Go back. Sorry, I was breaking it out.
Anytime. I mean, Detroit, you're looking at, I don't know, it's a weird fucking season, man. You got Jay Cutler at times playing better than Aaron Rodgers. You have fucking Matt Stafford at times playing better than Aaron Rodgers. Let's get real. It starts in Detroit. Packers are going to win, man. It's not going to be
How
easy.
does it start? Hit me with it. Because
So-
I'm serious, like, our blind optimism is there, and it's good to stand behind, and I still feel the same fucking way because
You know what, man?
It's just like we're not there, but what happens? What is that which is das henceforth nach?
Even that, dude. Like, blind faith, man. Like, where the fuck are you at, Packers fans? People are fucking jumping off this team right now, man. They're just
Lot of
fucking
salt.
leaping.
Crusty.
Crusty, baby.
Stale popcorn.
It's sad. It's sad. Packers fans, team needs you. Quit fucking hating on Devontae Adams on Twitter. That fucking team, or that crowd was so close to booing Devontae Adams,
Yep.
man. It really felt like it. Like, get fucking real, man.
What are you really looking for? You know, what do you...
I don't care. I don't care where it comes from, man. But Eddie Lacy has back-to-back 100-yard games, and that's not to be fucking ignored, man. Give him the rock. They got away from shit little too soon. I think they went into they were trying to press for victory toward the end of that game. And
They get
I wasn't,
spooked easy. They get spooked
yeah.
easy. They get spooked easy off a turnover, which I'm not one to bat an eye off. But you bring it back and you test the guy's resiliency. But you also test the guy just. It is not far and away games. You just control the clock and you keep rounding them and just wear them the fuck down. And you talk about them playing too high safeties. What is going to bring them down and play in the box a little bit to allow you to dump it over is keeping them honest with the run game. It's just
Play action opens up. I mean, it's good. The O-line is doing well in the running
Eddie
game.
wants
The
to
running
hurt
backs
him.
are doing well in the running game. That should be where it starts. I mean, if receivers aren't getting separation, no O-line is going to hold up for as long as these guys are taking to fucking get free or these routes to develop. I'll fucking throw it out there. Jeff Janis is a fast dude, and try it. Try it. Not out of desperation, but who else do you have right now? And don't go away from Devontae. Like, man, don't go into the light, Carol Ann.
So where does it all end up?
Those lights. Defense is doing their shit. O-line is doing their shit in the run game. Running backs are doing their shit. If our only fucking special teams is fucking on too, man. If all that's going
Mason's
on,
pissed.
if all that's going on is the passing game for the Green Bay Packers, I'm not fucking worried. That shit will fucking there's way too much talent there. There's way too much talent there for them to keep struggling. I'm not saying they blow up Detroit, man. I'm not saying they like fucking put like a 40 burger on them or anything like that.
Drive me with it.
Does sound pretty nice, though. But Detroit having some success recently. They're riding a little high. They stuck with their program. Credit to that team, man. I felt fucking sorry for them earlier this year, but no, none of that. None of that. I fucking despise Golden Tate too, and they gotta fucking beat him. I'm gonna say Packers 30, Lions 25.
Okay. I'm going to go a little bit more. We are in control most of the game, but it's also kind of a war of attrition, and we win 24-21 because they may come back on a late charge and kick a field goal and keep driving the field, and we stop them, but we get ourselves in position to win 24-21 because it's not going to be a pretty game.
I think if they ever remake Death of a Salesman, I think Jim Caldwell would be like a really good
That wasn't
person to
Arthur.
play.
Was that Arthur?
Who wrote it?
Arthur Miller? No, that was.
No, I can't. Don't do that to me.
I know.
on
No,
camera,
I know.
dude.
But
Come on,
I've
man.
been listening a lot of stage plays, and Death of a Salesman. It's
I
not
just-
back first.
I think you're gonna see a frustrated, dejected Jim Caldwell this Sunday. Maybe this
And you'll
Sunday.
be able to tell off his facial expressions because he gives a lot off facial expressions.
Exactly. He's very emotive, and I think he'd make a really good
Actor,
dude.
thespian. But you can't trust what you see. I mean, you can't know what all comes together with this and that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
do you ever believe in?
Well,
I mean,
think about what you saw above the water when the Edmund Fitzgerald went down.
it was. I
You
mean,
only see a
just it was
Cole just thinking about that shit.
through the sons and the wives and the daughters. Did ever go? But is that something you can ever? Does it is it something you can trust or bank on?
Tell you what, Packers fans, from the bottom of our
Deep, shallow,
cholesterol encased hearts,
lots of eggs.
this will pass. This was a tough stretch, and shame on those of you who have not weathered this storm. This shit, it's done. We're on to greener pastures, brighter skies,
Nothing lasts forever.
even cold November rain. For Tommy Burns, I am Matty Day.
For Matty Day, I am Tommy Burns. And we are live from
Stadium
Stadium.